I'm gonna regret this. I'm scared. Oh my goodness, guys, it is such a vibe right now. I don't know what's about to happen outside. It was the most beautiful sunny morning, as it has been for weeks. Like, I'm actually sick of the sun. Like, get the sun out of the picture. I've been craving a nice rainy day. Well, I didn't know today was gonna be this. And I feel like on camera, you can't really see how pitch black it is in here, but it's 10:33 in the morning. Normally, I mean, even at 8:30 at night, it is brighter than this. Like, it is so dark in here. I can barely even see Asher. Asher, where are you? Where are you, Asher? I can't even find you. He's like, why is my mom literally so weird? Like, what did I do to deserve this? But yeah, like, I'm low-key loving it. I'm leaning into it. Like, this is about to be a fantastic day. I'm honestly going to be busy most of the day, like not even vlogging, because I could talk about it later. I have a very exciting public speaking event coming up, which I'm excited about, but it's gonna be a lot of work. But I did want to catch you guys up to speed on a few things. Ooh, I'm hearing the thunder in the distance. I'm so excited. I just like love hyping up a good thunderstorm. But this morning I went to the library. I picked up 2 books that I'm so excited about. This one is The Next Mrs. Parrish, which is the sequel to The Last Mrs. Parrish. If you have not read that book, what are you doing? It is so freaking good. So good. And I stand by the fact, by the way, The Last Mrs. Parrish and The Housemaid's Tale, or whatever it is, they're the same book. Frida McFadden copied, she's a copier of this author. This author's name is Liv Constantine. And I was reading an interview recently. Frida claims that she had the book written years before and just like kind of like tabled it. No, you didn't. You're just saying that because everyone knows you copied. Anyway, I'm not bitter or anything. And then this one, The Guest by B.A. Paris, which I know nothing about. So we'll see if it's a good or not. I did hit the gym this morning. I almost didn't because I don't know, I was just feeling tired, but I'm glad I went. It was full body strength day, which I have been loving. I have totally transformed my like whole workout mindset throughout this pregnancy. Like, this pregnancy has been the best thing that could ever have happened to my whole workout mindset and just like my workout routine. I used to be a cardio bunny. If I wasn't dripping sweat, if I could breathe, that wasn't a workout. Like, what do you mean? My Apple Watch is registering that like my heart rate is below 120. Like, nope, that's not a workout. Well, these days, guys, I'm Apple Watch free. I talked about it before. I decided to take off the Apple Watch. I mean, honestly, the real reason I took it off is because I wasn't moving at all in the first trimester, and it was like depressing to be wearing a watch that was like move. And I'm like, no. So I took it off. Listen, I'm not saying I'm never gonna put it back on, but it's just been so freeing. Like, I just move and I just feel good and I don't need to hit a goal. And I think I've officially stopped running. I think I'm throwing in the towel with that this pregnancy. There's just so much pressure that it doesn't feel good. Like, I feel like my pelvic floor, like I just feel like it's not good for it. So I've been so focused on strength training, and I just, oh my gosh, like I feel so much better. Like, I feel strong with the whole cardio thing. I don't know, like it doesn't really, like, it's good for you, obviously. I'm not saying I'm anti-cardio, but now I see the hype about strength training and I'm loving it. What? See, okay, the thing about having a dog, best security system ever, right? Like, I feel so safe because I'm like, okay, he's gonna kill anyone who comes in here. But he gets false alarms. He gets false alarms all the time, and then it scares me. I'd be better off without this. Like, what? Like, why? No one is there, Ash, and you're scaring me. You're scaring me as it's like about to be an apocalypse outside. No one's there. Guys, since when is cereal $10? Or at least almost $10. Like, I get it's the family size, but what? Good morning, guys. I decided to skip the gym this morning and instead I just feel like I needed to get a lot of stuff done around the house, run some errands. I picked up some stuff to grill because Zach's sister and her kids are coming over tonight to grill out, which will be super fun. They live in Dayton. That's an hour north where Zach is from. And right now I'm just popping on a little bit of makeup because I'm getting lunch with a friend. It is a beautiful day outside, which like that's the thing. It's not like I want to live in gloom 24/7. Don't get me wrong, people. It's just I need like 7 days of sun, 1 day of rain. Like I like a little switch up, which is why I feel like that really would have bothered me about living in Florida. As much as I complain about the freezing cold, I do love seasons. Like I love a nice crisp fall morning. I like the leaves changing. Like I like change. Like I don't like, or even in LA where it's like just sunny every day, that almost feels depressing in a weird way. And I know that sounds crazy, but I don't know. I've always felt like I don't think that would be for me. But I feel like I'm running on fumes right now because we did not get the best night's sleep ever last night. Well, actually, it's not even all because of Asher. I was doing my classic pregnancy insomnia thing that sometimes happens. I just wake up at like 3 a.m. and I just cannot go back to bed. And I went to bed kind of late last night for me. Like I went to bed at like 10:45 because I was up reading. It's called None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. Really good so far, but I have to see about this ending because I don't know if it's gonna all tie together, so we'll see about that. But I was up at 3, really trying hard to go back to sleep, and all of a sudden I just hear and I'm just like, ooh, like I literally made that sound, which probably scared Zach so much. Like I should not have done such a thing, but I did. He jumps up. I'm like, Asher is peeing. Like Asher is potty trained, by the way. Like he does not pee if he has to get up in the middle of the night to pee. Like he wakes us. Like he's so polite, such a gentleman, such a cute, kind sir. Asher, do you hear all these wonderful things I'm saying about you? But he's still on steroids for his bronchitis, and they make you have to, first of all, they make you very thirsty and they make you pee more often. So I just think his little bladder was just so full. He got up and realized he couldn't even make it, and he just started peeing, and I don't even blame him at all. And the timing of this isn't the best because we literally just had our house cleaned 3 days ago, which you guys know, if you have your house cleaned, it's like top to bottom. I mean, they are doing everything from the counters to the floors, the carpet. Like the carpet literally looks different after the cleaner leaves. It's just so immaculate, but it's okay. I ended up cleaning up that spot. And you guys know for my house cleaning service the past several months, have been using Hellloooo. I'm so excited I get to work with them on this video and offer you guys a really good discount if you're interested. But if you guys have never heard of Hellloooo, it is a house cleaning service. Everything is online. Like you schedule everything online, and I cannot tell you how much I love that because it just allows me to visualize everything. Like I can say Tuesday at 3 works for me, Wednesday at 6. Like I hate doing things over the phone. So everything's online. All of the cleaners go through a thorough background check, and they must maintain a 4.8 rating or more. I have had, since I started using Hellloooo, I want to say 6 different cleaners. Every single one is so, first of all, nice, but they do such a good job. Like every time they leave, I'm just like, I just want to hug them. I'm like, thank you so much, because it just, oh my gosh, just to be able to like be getting work done as someone is helping me out around the house, it's a lot. I mean, cleaning my house would seriously be like a full day effort. Not to mention, I just don't have like the supplies. Like obviously I have cleaning supplies, but not the heavy duty. And it just feels so good to have a clean space. And obviously you can have a house cleaner come for like a special event, an occasion, whether it's a birthday party or a baby shower, whatever it might be, you're having friends over. But it is so nice to have a regular house cleaning service. And by the way, regular doesn't have to be weekly. Like for example, I've been doing monthly, and I just can't even begin to tell you how much that has helped us. And if you are interested in having regular house cleanings, Hellloooo has a Forever Clean membership, which really sets them apart from other services. This will save you $30 an hour on all of your future bookings. You could schedule them all out in advance, like, oh, I know I want it on the 16th of every month, or you can kind of just fly by the seat of your pants and be like, okay, actually I need it twice this month, whatever it might be. And I do have a special discount if you guys want to try that Forever Clean membership. You can go to hellloooo.com/Clancy or scan the QR code on the screen, and you will get the first 3 hours of cleaning for just $19. And then after that, it'll have you in this, I think like a 6-month Forever Clean membership. And then after that, you can decide if you want to continue with it. But this has been such a game changer for us. It is just so helpful, especially with the dog. I mean, honestly, even without him, like, I'm not gonna lie, like most of the mess it's Zach and me, to be honest. But especially with the dog hair, it really does help to have someone get in here and really just help us out a little bit once a month. I'm back from lunch, which was so good, by the way. It's this place called Cedar in Covington. I had never been there before. By the way, I'm wearing a brand new dress because apparently half the food went into my mouth, the other half went on my dress. I didn't even see it happening. All of a sudden at the end of the meal, I looked down, I was like, what? I feel like the new American style type of tacos is very messy, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm doing very adult things today. I'm about to hang up our cute little summer wreath. I love this. I got it from Home Goods. And then I got another exciting Amazon package. This is a blast from the past that needed to happen. If you are in a relationship, this right here, I feel like is just, I don't know, the secret to success, the secret to happiness. I love it. And it is a dry erase board for your fridge, which, gosh, like we haven't had that in years at this point, because obviously when we were doing our whole traveling thing, we didn't have it. And then when we moved into like our parents' houses, we didn't have it. And then in this house, I mean, we've been here a year, we still don't have it. But this is just like a really great way, especially if you work a different schedule as your significant other, to, you know, just like communicate. And we always used to write cute little notes for each other. I mean, especially obviously when we were working totally opposite schedules, when I was waking up at 2 in the morning and he was working a normal schedule. But now that Zach is back in the office, this is perfect because, I mean, for the past 2 years, 2 to 3, actually 3, really since the pandemic, oh my gosh, over 3, he has been fully remote. So like I've been so spoiled with like, we're just together, always, always, always. And I love it. Like obviously I love hanging out with him. So now that he's back in the office, he's not even hybrid, okay? He's just gone all day. I thought this would be a cute way for us to, you know, just add a little something as we're passing each other. And I decided to get a clear one. I thought maybe it would look nice, question mark, let us see. Oh, is that the wrong way? What? Are you kidding me? It's not suitable for a stainless steel fridge? Asher, this is so devastating. Darn it, I'm just trying to do some cute things. All right, clearly that was a bit of a fail, but luckily Amazon does very easy returns.
Well, Colin's like getting into country, it feels like.
It's a little bit later, everyone left, and Zach said he really wants to give everyone a tutorial on how to cut watermelon. So, take it away, Zach.
I'm doing just fine while you've not done anything tonight.
I'm
Someone
literally
had to cook dinner, make the watermelon, clean the grill.
Zach, I cleaned up.
We ate on paper plates.
No,
we did.
Zach,
yeah, you cleaning
Zach,
up means we
Zach.
ate on paper plates. So you just told on yourself.
That's not true. There were some regular plates in the mix. For the record, I just want to say, to clear my name that has seemingly been tarnished, that I not only went out and got everything, but I also made our fries, and even though they were frozen and all I had to do was pop them in the air fryer, I'd say it was a great effort. And now I'm enjoying some nice Tostitos. I'm watching my sweet lover buns try to cut a watermelon.
Well, I usually keep the green.
Oh yeah, guys, comment below. Do you believe in keeping the green or not? Because I'm just like, let's get rid of that. Like, no one's eating it. Let's just go for the gold with the red. But Zach is a green guy, but now he's switching to... Oh! Reminds me of like a dead fish or something. For our future son, are you going to be the one to chop his fruit, or am I?
I mean, seems like I'm going to have to, because you don't do much around here, so... It's not like we're going to have a choice, it seems.
You're just going to have to go for it. Good morning, guys, and happy Sunday. Mr. Asher and I woke up and we decided, you know what? Let's go to the river, which oh my gosh, I feel like Zach and I used to come down to the river, like in Cincinnati, I don't know, every single weekend, if not every other weekend, and I miss it. Like, this is like my favorite spot in Cincinnati. It is just so beautiful, so peaceful. When Zach and I first started dating, I feel like we went here a lot, and now I'm taking the other love of my life, which I already know I'm going to regret this. I'm scared. He's still a puppy. He is a puppy, all right, and it's just, there's so many people, so many dogs, like, it's just, there's a lot going on, bikers, but I just feel like he needs to be exposed, right? Like, I can't just be like, oh, well, we can't do it because he's gonna be bad. Like, he has to learn, and I just have to be willing to roll with the punches. Also, I woke up this morning and I'm officially in my 3rd trimester of pregnancy. How? I feel like the first trimester absolutely dragged. And then the 2nd trimester, like, I mean, I just felt so good the 2nd trimester. I mean, I still feel great, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm really nervous because I have heard so many people just talk about the 3rd trimester and how it just is a really not a great time. I mean, as you can imagine, it's just, I've heard, and I just can't even relate right now. You're so uncomfortable, like, just with how huge you get. And I feel huge right now. I wake up every day, like, roll out of bed. I mean, there are some shots, especially, I feel like I see myself more than maybe the average person because of filming. There are some shots recently where I'm like, that is me? Because I talked about it on YouTube, how I, for the longest time, was like, I'm, like, not even showing. Meanwhile, I am literally, like, my belly is just huge, but I'm just like, I don't really see it. I don't know why. And now, I mean, now there's no denying it, and it's only going to get bigger from here. But yeah, 3rd trimester, I feel huge. I feel nervous going into it because here's the thing. I always heard people talk about like, oh my gosh, the 1st trimester of pregnancy is so bad. Because I had never experienced that before, I didn't think twice. I'm like, oh, I bet it's not really that bad. I mean, obviously this isn't everyone, but it was pretty awful. And so now I believe it. I'm like, oh my gosh, if people are saying the 3rd trimester is awful, it's probably awful. It probably does get pretty bad. The one good thing is I feel like you're at the home stretch. In the 1st trimester, it was like this big black hole of just like, is this ever going to end? I mean, you had so long to go. Obviously, the 1st trimester is just a scary time in general. Like, is everything going to be okay? I want to just continue being as active as possible. I think that is helping. And also just like being outside. I know being pregnant during the summer months, especially very like heavily pregnant, is a lot of people like are just like, that's awful. Like couldn't be me, wouldn't sign up for that. I'm grateful just because we're able to get out. I mean, right now it's like 8:30. And it's going to be hot today, but like we're beating the heat. And yes, I am definitely a fanny pack user. It's so convenient. I can keep his treats. I can keep my phone. It's very necessary. Oh my gosh, he decided to sit down. He decided to sit behind me. The cutest boy ever. Magical morning ever. I am so glad I did it because I feel like it's so easy to get into like just the same old like, all right, let's just throw on the leash, take him for a walk around the neighborhood. But I think it's so helpful for him to not only like sniff new things, see new places, but also obviously like the volume of people and like the dogs. I think it was really good for him. Also, it's funny because I've gone to that park a million times and normally I have my AirPods in. I don't, speak to anyone. One, having a dog. I mean, I don't have my AirPods with Asher, obviously that wouldn't be safe. Like I have to be more alert than that. But 2, being pregnant, I feel like I met like 20 different people just because, which is crazy, by the way. I still think it's crazy. I get it. I look pregnant at this point, but I am just of the mindset, and I don't mind at all, but I'm just of the mindset, like, even if someone is literally about to give birth tomorrow, like that's how pregnant they are, you don't say anything. You do not, because the what if haunts my soul of like, what would you do? Like, what would these people who were like, oh wow, we see like you're, expecting, what would they have done if I was like, no, I'm just a little bloated from last night? Like, I should have actually, but yeah, that it still like definitely shocks me when people refer to it, just because I've always been like, so like, don't even look at the belly unless the person says something. But as you can tell, I mean, it's literally already noon and I have not done any work at all. I'm really leaning into this Sunday. You guys know I've been very confused by the days of the week with Zach's new job since he works weekends, and I'm thinking like, okay, like, so maybe I should like, work weekends too, make those like my work days, and then be totally free on his days off. But it's so confusing, and I can't necessarily do it like that because, for example, tomorrow he's off and he has a doctor's appointment. It's like, so it's not going to be like this crazy like family. Well, that's unfortunate. My little top light just went off, which sometimes I feel like the lighting in the bathroom is dark, but this is just what we're working with, guys. Like, I tried to make the quality nice, but gotta charge that. But anyway, so it's not like tomorrow would be like this crazy family fun day anyway. And so I'm just honestly, I don't know what I'm doing in life right now. Also, I haven't used this in like over a year. It's the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream. I forgot how much I love this stuff. The reason I got it is it was on sale for like 20% off. It's just so luxurious. I'm a very big like rotator. For example, we've got Dime on the list. We've got Olay. I even have, oh my gosh, this is actually crazy, Clinique. And honestly, all of these brands are amazing. Like you can't go wrong with any of them. Also, I have started, I started this like literally like a month or two ago. Moisturizing the Bump. I've been using this. It's the Burt's Bees Mama Butter, which was like $6 on Amazon, because my whole thing was I'm like, I'm not spending $50 on this oil like that probably really doesn't actually prevent stretch marks. I really do think it's heavily genetics, but I don't think it hurts to moisturize your body. Like for example, I moisturize my arms, my legs, like so why not my bump, especially as my belly is stretching and growing. So yeah, for $6 I was like, okay. And then I got a sample of this stuff. It is the Palmer's Cocoa Butter Formula Skin Therapy Oil, and it smelled so good. And I really did like the oil. I felt like it went on really smooth. So I'm gonna go through this and then switch to this. But I've said it before, I genuinely do not care about stretch marks. Like, I don't know. It's normal. It's natural. If that's what needs to happen in order for me to make a baby, then it's gonna happen. So I'm really not stressing about it, but it is nice to moisturize the bump. Nothing makes me feel more proud. He's like, why are you recording me? Nothing makes me feel more proud than when Asher is tired. And he's acting like he's not tired at this second, but just before his eyes were shut, he's so tired. And like, that is my goal of every day of my life. Like, make Asher tired. I also may or may not have done a thing when Ash and I were out and about. I had to. We were downtown. It made sense. I ordered Sleepy Bee. Oh my gosh, it just looks so freaking good, which this pregnancy, like I really have been branching out with foods. But at the end of the day, sometimes you just know what you like, you know it's gonna taste good, and I have probably ordered 10 of these throughout my pregnancy, like seriously. And my order is the Beekeeper, and then I get the sweet potatoes on the side. Guys, I may or may not have just done a thing. I was just sitting at my laptop doing some work, and I just thought, you know what? The couch needs to move. It was originally by the wall, then we moved it here, then I moved it back, and I just feel like for now, I want it back. And the thing that sparked this is I just saw an old photo of my office with my couch like this. It just feels so much better. Like I get, and it was my mom, oh, by the way, that's, that is very messy, that's crazy. There's just a lot of chaos going on right now, but it was my mom who originally wanted me to put the couch here because it would be like a better filming backdrop, but listen, as many things in life as I do for YouTube, sometimes you just gotta draw a line, and I just think I personally prefer it like this. Obviously, my office is still, okay, I love how my office is still such a work in progress. Meanwhile, I've made way more progress on, I say that, and then there's like boxes everywhere, but I really have made way more progress in the nursery than my own office, which I've obviously had for over a year, but like the baby comes first, obviously, right? In the beginning of this vlog, I think I mentioned that I was working on a project, and it's something I've just been working on intermittently throughout the past week. I'm going to be a public speaker at an event next week, which I have never done before in this capacity. In the news industry, various organizations would ask for some of, the news anchors and news reporters to speak at events. Like I've emceed many events before. Like I guess emceed is really the big thing I've done. Like I've never spoken about myself at an event, and I've never been paid to do an event because in the news industry, like you're not allowed to. At least I'm pretty sure. Maybe you are. I don't know. But like in my mind, it just was always like a thing. Like, of course I'll speak at your event, like for free. Like it's just a thing. But this is my first paid event. I'm going to be speaking at the grand opening of the library in downtown Cincinnati. And I'm going to be talking all about, let me pull up my little PowerPoint I've been working on, basically how to turn social media into a full-time job and all the little things that go along with it, like making money and things to avoid, obviously like how to make money, and I want it to be worth people's time. So at first I thought like, oh, a PowerPoint, that's kind of boring, but I decided I'm gonna do a PowerPoint with like literally no text. One of the things that I'm going to be showing, and I think one of the first topics I'll bring up, is keeping it real on YouTube, online. And that's one of the things that I've realized throughout my time on YouTube and even just watching creators. no one wants to watch someone be perfect 24/7, right? Like, it's boring. And so one point I want to show is like, okay, I used to be a TV reporter, and then I'll have a bunch of clips from when I was reporting.
This was an ambush and an attempted robbery. He thinks that this wall is going to collapse. He is right now being treated at UC Medical Center. Where I'm standing is where 2 people were found shot. Yet the wind just picked it up and blew it across.
You are going to be able to come out and watch these amazing acts.
We have Mr. Red. It is all going down.
But oh, you feel it. Like, I'm out of breath.
I've just been told I am 80 feet up, 6 stories.
Back to you guys in the studio.
And when I was reporting, I had uploaded a lot of those clips. If you guys, I don't even know if you remember, if you were around back then, I used to upload a reel of all of like the highlights of my news segments every single month. Like, I'd be like August reel, September reel, and they didn't get a whole lot of views on YouTube. It's funny because like, it's annoying. The thing I'm looking at, 7,000 views, 11,000, 9,000. That's even more than they got at the time. Like, obviously once a video is on YouTube for a while, it just gets views, you know, throughout its lifespan. But at the time, they were getting like 3,000 views. Then I want to play a little reel of some of my bloopers.
One local school district is now offering virtual learning as a permanent option. Coming up on Local 12, I'll tell you where I am and why they've made this decision.
Coming up right here on ABC 22, I'll give you some tips.
Back to you guys.
We should be getting the first initial report at around 8. It is a very windy morning. Oh, that is not good. At 8 o'clock, of course, though, it could be a long night, just as it is a very long morning for me. One of the worst offenders at the restaurant is the menu. I mean, think about how many people are touching these things. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. So many people touching this thing.
And those videos, of course, got hundreds of thousands of views. And the whole thing about TV news bloopers, the reason I think people are obsessed with them, I mean, it's obviously like a huge thing on YouTube. It's just keeping it real. Everyone wants to watch a little bit of like comic relief, like, oh my gosh, can't believe that happened. And that's the thing, it does happen. Like, no one is perfect in life. And so, yeah, I mean, that covers about 4 minutes of my speaking thing. It's going to be an hour long, which, I mean, in college, for example, I had done 5-minute presentations, 10-minute presentations. I've never spoken for an entire hour. Like, I don't even know how you do that. Like, I don't know. So I'm just like trying to, you know, make sure I am prepared and I do well. And then the other thing, I feel a little bit weird and self-conscious about the fact that I'm pregnant. The person who contacted me about this, it was an old news contact. I don't think she knows I'm pregnant. As a matter of fact, I'm 99.9% sure she doesn't know I'm pregnant. So I just feel weird showing up with like a big belly. Like, I almost feel like not myself. Like, it's like, oh, like, I don't know. Like, obviously it's not a big deal. Like, it's not a big deal, but I just feel like, oh, like the pregnant lady waddling in to like talk about, I don't know. I just don't feel as confident, I guess. So that's another thing that's stressing me out. And then like, what do I wear? I don't know. So anyway, I'm going to continue working on this the rest of the evening because I just really want it to be good. If only I could bring Asher as my emotional support therapy dog.